Isagenix. How many of you are coming to hear about it for the first time? Okay, it will never be this exciting again, I promise you. It's usually not like this. The worst we see is people prancing around in tutus in the dance studio. So we're here tonight because someone asked you to come to hear about an opportunity with a company called Isagenix. And about 9 months ago, I had gotten a phone call from a really good girlfriend of mine. We were together for 6 years in a network marketing company. Anybody not know what network marketing is? Raise your hand. Think it's a thing? Come on, be honest. We just got hit in the head. Lights are falling down. Let's be real. It's going to be the end of the world tonight. What is it? The zombies are taking over? And a whole other kid. Oh, we have lights now. These people, who heard about the zombies? You guys hear about the zombies? What's going on? So this might be it for us. So, network marketing. Who wants to tell me? Do you need to know what network marketing is? Anybody? Yeah, I'm not answering, so you guys raise your hand. Okay. Network marketing. It's a business model. It's a way to move a good or a service from one person to the next with eliminating all the middlemen. So you're not paying for any advertising. You're not paying for warehousing. You're not paying for... Is it me or do you hear a bass? Yeah. Do you hear a bass? I'm too close to the speaker. Is it a band downstairs? It's a band. Wait a minute, tap dancers to come in. Like, what else can happen tonight? So it's a way to move a good or a service from one person to the next without paying for advertising. And people don't know what it is. They'll say, oh, it's one of those things, or, oh, is that like a pyramid? And I asked somebody the other day, he said to me, is that like a pyramid? I said, well, what do you mean by pyramid? He said, when you tell somebody and they tell someone and someone else tells somebody, you all make money. I said, that's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for you to share what it is you fall in love with and have an opportunity to earn money. I'm a network marketer. I'm a professional network marketer. I love saying that I'm a network marketer because it completely changed my life. 6 years ago, I joined my first network marketing company. I was in the rat race. I was in pharmaceutical sales for 10 years and was living paycheck to paycheck. I'm a life coach. I'm a leadership coach. I do leadership and team building. And I was watching all of these people coming in and out of my courses that did network marketing. And there was something different about them. Just a different way of being. There was a different way that they interacted. There was a different outlook that they had. And what it allows you to do is really live life the way you want to live life. You don't need to get up to an alarm clock. You don't need to eat lunch because it's 12 o'clock. You don't get 2 weeks paid vacation. Sky is the limit. It's unlimited potential. So knowing what I know about leadership building and team building, here I am, caught up in the rat race. I'm doing coaching on this side, and I see this network marketing company 6 years ago. I jumped in with both feet. About 2-3 years in the company, I became a self-made millionaire. I built one of the largest teams in this company. My team was doing about $24 million a year in volume. And I told maybe 35, 40 people who told some friends, who told some friends, and so on and so on and so on. And 6 years into the company, I realized the company's not right for me. The industry's perfect for me. But the company's not right. And I started looking and searching, and I wanted the right company. And what was I looking and searching for? I was looking for a leader in health and wellness products, forefront of where we are right now. Our society is in desperate need for health and nutrition. We're not about getting better when we're sick. We're about preventing getting sick. And look at where we are in the recession. Aging baby boomers now bringing their parents in because they realize, oh, guess what? The 40-year plan doesn't work. There's no such thing as retiring on Social Security or your 401k. People lost everything in the stock market. How many people do you know lost their jobs in the last couple of years? How many of you know somebody who lost their job? How many of you know somebody who has cancer, got cancer, died from cancer, has an autoimmune disease in their 40s, has a friend or a nephew or a son or a niece with autism? How many kids are overweight? How many kids are wearing glasses? Look what's going on. We're nutritionally depleted, we're financially depleted, we're running the rat race, and people will say, oh, no, I'm not going to go look at one of those things. Really? Because what you're doing is not working. And I looked and I searched. It took me 2 years to find Isagenix. I followed over one of my dear friends. This company's been around for 10 years. They've already done $1.5 billion in sales. Think they have a strong foundation? We're in 7 countries. 5 distribution and warehouse centers in 5 of those 7 countries. 8 months ago, I came over. I left over $500,000 in income on the table. I built to a place where I was getting residual passive income every single month. I walked away to be an Isagenix. And the reason why is I saw where the company's going. I wasn't going to miss the boat. When people come and they see presentations, I always think to myself, you have no way can you compare what you're going to risk compared to what I was going to risk. I had to do it all over again, build another team. And because the company got it right, the foundation of the company, there's a system that's easy to follow. Because the compensation plan works, there's daily, weekly, monthly pay. We call it the front end and the back end. That the second you sign on, you have the ability to make money. Because there's so many components, and we're going to get into the company, because there's so many components that make this company work. We were able to get off the ground running. In less than 8 months, I fully replaced. I'm making more money in a month than I was in my previous company. It took me 6 years to do that. I mean, that's incredible. Incredible. And so is my team. Yeah. So Mark, I don't think you'd be clapping if it were just me. How many people right now in Isagenix, if you're a part of our team, how many of you have made over $1,000 in a month already? Please raise your hand. That's working for so many people. 2,000. 3,000. Over 3,000. Over 4,000. Over 5,000. People are making 10, 20, 30,000 in a month. And people will say, oh, that can't be possible, it doesn't work. And we're saying, well, it does, because we're those people. It's happening right here. It's happening now. Now is the time. There's so many things that go into a company in network marketing. But the first thing that you need to do is have an open mind and the willingness to believe. And here's 2 questions I want to ask you about where you are right now. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now if you keep doing exactly what you're doing? You're not in the company, you're not in Isagenix, you're doing whatever you're doing. 5 years from now, where will you be? Same place. Someone said same place. That was me. Same place, probably on medication. Same place, in the rat race. Let me ask you this question. If you were to lose your current source of income, either due to downsizing or injury, divorce, something happens, and that main source of income goes out the window, how long can you survive on your savings?
About 6 months.
About 6 months. Average person, right? 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
You have to have a plan B. This plan B became my plan A. It's an opportunity where you actually have money working for you. You can leverage yourself and your time. Because here's what happens when you love something and you're passionate about something. You share it. You share it. If I love something, I'm going to share it with Monica. If I go eat in a restaurant, you think that restaurant's going to say, Lisa, thanks so much. We're going to give you a gift certificate every week. Monday morning, we're going to send you a check. Every Monday morning, you're going to get a deposit on your little debit card. No, they say thanks. They may give me a good table once in a blue moon. I've recommended more people to my hairdresser than I can think about. What do I get? Thanks. Thanks. I get a thank you. In this company, if I recommend it to Monica, and Monica recommends it to Michelle, and Michelle recommends it to Liz, and Liz recommends it to Steven, all of a sudden I'm getting residual income. And here's the beautiful part about the business. How many of you think, you really do, you think you need to know a lot of people? Be honest. Oh, I know, I need to know so many people if I'm going to be, yeah. I'll tell you, I signed on since I started Isagenix, 55 people. I now have a team of 8,000. Think people like to share something that works? Think about that. 8 months in the business, I have 8,000 people on my team. It's like 7,856 people. 59, whatever, changed the last couple hours. I only sponsored a handful of people. And people were asking me, so-and-so told me to call you. What is it? Tell me about these products. So the company's driven because the products work. That's one of the things I love about network marketing in general, period. Network marketing companies generally will put a ton of money into their products because they don't have to pay who? Yeah, the middlemen. So we're getting quality products that transform your body with this company. When you love something and you're using something, what do? Talk about it. When you talk about it in a network marketing company, how do you get compensated? With money. Everybody wants to make money. So we're going to get into the compensation plan, the products, and the system. I left the company and I could have retired, easily retired. And I probably would have retired around, I don't know, $400,000 or $500,000 a year. Not bad, right? Sit back, done nothing. Except in this company, we have an opportunity to blow past that. It's where the company is right now, in momentum, in explosion. Becoming one of the leaders in the industry in health and wellness. When you talk about ground floor and having an opportunity, I don't know when the last time somebody gave you an opportunity and said, hey, get involved. To me, it's like giving somebody a lottery ticket. And I've watched for 6 years people say no to me, still in the same place they were. I've watched it now, joining Isagenix, for people I approached 8 months ago, 6 months ago, still saying no, still trying to figure it out. Well, I have brand new people who said, I just made $3,000 in my first month. We're doing it here. So if that's what turns you on, if that's what interests you, if transforming your body and your bank account is what you want, pay close attention to this, because I don't know when the next time an offer like this is going to come in your life. So I looked at the company. I looked at a lot of companies for 2 years. I flew to Arizona. I met with the executive team, and I met the owners of the company. I met Jim and Kathy Coover. I sat down with Kathy Coover, who's one of the co-founders and our executive vice president of the company, who's done what we do. She's done this. She's built to the tippy top of 3 different network marketing companies. She said, I can design the tools. I design the trainings. Because I know what it's like to go out there and someone say, that doesn't work. Oh, you can't do that. How many of you would rather... The number one fear is death by fire, or lights falling on your head. Death by fire is number one. How many of you would rather burn to death by fire than stand in front of the room with a microphone? Be honest. This isn't easy for everybody. No, it's uncomfortable. But what if I said to you, what's your name? Adrian? What if I said, Adrian, can you shoot a video link through your laptop or your computer or your cell phone over to somebody to watch? You do that, right? Kathy created that for us. That we're building a business by saying, check out this video link, click on here. We're going to talk about why these products work. Is our video up and loaded? Can we do Are You Toxic or Angela's video? What about Are You Toxic? Can we show it? It won't load it up in this room. So we're going to show you, if you didn't watch the video, Are You Toxic? When you go home, please ask the person at What You Give to send you that video. Well, Kathy Coover designed all these trainings for us to make it so simple that anybody can do this business. So guys, if you're thinking, I don't know enough, I don't know enough people, you're gonna have your hand held. We're gonna show you how you could use the tools created by the company to have people get interested in the products. How simple the system is that you can sponsor a team in Canada and one in Australia without leaving your kitchen table. I've done it. I've done it. Through Facebook, I've done it. So we can show you, we can train you, we can teach you how simple it is to duplicate. Why? Because Jim and Kathy Coover, who own this company, run this company. They both understand network marketing. They understand the industry. Kathy Coover's done this 3 times. Jim Coover is a master at compensation plans. How we get paid, that's significant to me. I don't want somebody who just has an amazing degree but doesn't understand the industry. I want someone who understands the industry, designing how it is I'm going to get paid. The company just put $10 million into the front end of the compensation plan. All that means is it's great news for new people. Amazing news. It means there's lots of money for you to make just getting started. Because right out of the gate in network marketing, what you really need to be successful is proof. And people are going to say, well, why should I do this? And you're going to say, because I made $500 in my first month. My products were paid for. I can't afford not to do this. In my second month, I made $1,000. And we can show you how to do this. There's no hype in this company. It's facts. It's all there. There's a website for everything. You can look up incomes. You can see what they're paying out in bonus pools. You can see what people are making on an average every single month. So, without further ado, and with moving on to the presentation, I want to introduce someone who's so dear to my heart. Jim and Kathy Coover are the owners of the company. They run the company along with John Anderson. John Anderson's a master product formulator. He's created, over 2,500 products? Over 2,500 products, and has been hired and worked for over 600 companies. He creates for us. The 3 masterminds got together. Kathy and Jim came out of retirement to partner up with John Anderson to create this brainchild called Isagenix. 10 years ago it started. I'm almost brand new, 8 months in the company, and I got the privilege of meeting and working with their son, whose title changes every day because I feel like I always have a promotion. So I don't know what the latest or greatest is, but Eric's like, you could do everything in the company because you're being groomed as the next generation. It's hard. It's family. They know us, they love us, they care about us. Eric came from Phoenix, Arizona to be in New York City with us tonight to once again, as always, continue to support us. What's your formal title?
Director of Field Development.
Does that mean it's Director of Field Development? Does that mean anything to you? He's a man of heart, incredible talent. You understand the stock that he comes from, why he's absolutely amazing. He's going to kick off the presentation. So can we give a warm welcome to Eric.
Thank you. Hello, New York City. Hi. It is great to be in New York City. How's Bobby doing back there? Bobby doing all right?
He just walked out.
Oh, just walked. Well, can we give it up for Bobby one more time? So, as Lisa mentioned, my name is Eric Coover, and I love coming to New York City. How many of you are from right here in New York City? Make some noise. All right. Who came out of state? Anybody out of state? Tim, where? California's in the house. Where else? Shout it out. Ohio. Connecticut. I know Drew Berman's from Connecticut. Anywhere else?
Jersey.
Anybody from Jersey in that? Where's Jersey at? All right. Love that. Good. So, how many of you are currently taking the Isagenix products? Raise your hand. Okay, lots of you. Now keep your hands raised if since saying yes to Isagenix, your quality of life has like dramatically, what's the word? Dramatically improved. Raise your hand. Okay, that's what we call a clue. Drew Berman, before Isagenix, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being like nearly dead, 10 being like energetic, passionate, exuberant, what was the quality of your health before Isagenix?
My health?
Your health?
Probably a 6.
A 6? Alright, so not bad. After Isagenix, where's it at now?
About a 10.
A 10, okay? How many would like to move 4 points on the scale? Would that be good? Let's see, Tim Malloy, before Isagenix, what was the quality of your health? 1 to 10.
I'll go
6, okay, you're a healthy guy. After Isagenix? 11! This guy's going above the scale. So, if you knew that you had something that could literally transform somebody's life from a 6 to a 10, or a 6 to an 11, how many of you would be open to sharing that something with somebody? Beautiful. So that's why we have some guests in the audience. I know you guys raised your hands earlier, but how many guests do we have in the room? First time ever? Was anybody dragged here tonight? Anybody dragged or bribed to be here? Anybody? We had a couple honest ones saying, nodding their heads. So, I'm not here, Lisa's not here to sell you anything. Basically, we have the motto that we educate, we let you decide, and then we support. So can we just get a nice deep breath? Doesn't that feel good? We're not here to sell you anything. But we do ask that you really keep an open mind tonight because you're going to be hearing a lot of great information. So can we all agree just to be open? All right, well, turn to your neighbor, give him a high five, and say, thank you for being here. You can give away hugs if you want to. It's all good. Come on. So would it be okay if I shared with you how I got involved in Isagenix? All right, so as Lisa mentioned, I'm fortunate enough to be the co-founders, Jim and Kathy Cooper's son. So I always tell people, if you were to take a knife and cut me open, I would ooze Isagenix green all over the floor. But it really wasn't always that way. The company started when I was 14 years old. I'm 25 years old now. And I remember when I had my first shake ever. And I remember licking my lips and just loving the taste of that shake. But at the time, when I was 14, I did not want my parents to know that I loved the taste of that shake. Because I was what they call an extremely rebellious, stubborn teenager. Does anybody out there have rebellious, stubborn teenagers? Or you were once a rebellious, stubborn teenager, lady in the greens going,
how about 3 of them?
3 of them. You guys got 3 rebellious, stubborn teenagers. I mean,
Sorry, 120, 124.
I would literally bring home products from other companies. I'd bring home my Metrex and my Muscle Milk and my EAS from other companies, and I'd be pouring them, chugging them down, watching smoke blow out of my mom's ears. My dad's blood started to boil, but that's just what I was into. I was just ticking my parents off. So, but I finally matured and I entered college, and I saw many of my friends putting on 20, 30, 40 pounds of fat in their first semester of school. I mean, you'd meet somebody the first week of school, and then like 2 months later, you'd have to meet them again because they've like completely transformed into like 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier. My best friend put on 40 pounds of fat in his first semester of school.
Cake parties.
Cake parties, the pizza and beer diet, that's what that is. And it wasn't until, if anybody knows my mom, Kathy, Taco Bell. If anybody knows my mom, Kathy, she's about the most upfront, honest person you'll ever meet, right? And so when my best friend Kenny walked through the door 40 pounds heavier, the first thing she said to him was, "Oh my gosh, Kenny, you look awful." That resulted in a whole transformation in Kenny. But that was my kind of aha moment. And to kind of make a long story short, through 4.5 years of school, I was on the 4.5-year plan. I was able to actually put on 20 pounds of lean muscle and keep about 6% body fat. And that's how I get this chiseled physique. So the product works, and I started sharing that with many of my colleagues and friends at Arizona State, and started really building a business for myself and putting myself through school. But really when I fell in love with Isagenix, I mean, I love the products, I love the business opportunity, but really when Isagenix got into my heart was when I got exposed to the culture. I mean, we have a culture at Isagenix that's based around integrity, contribution, heart, growth, passion, and I truly feel like when you get people into that environment, the best comes out of them. How many of you that have been in Isagenix have met some of your best friends in Isagenix? I mean, it's truly amazing the people that we're attracting. So the culture is what I value the most, and it's what sticks everything together. So Lisa talked a little about my parents. Isagenix was founded back in 2002 by John Anderson. If you love that man, just make some noise. So John's our master formulator. As Lisa mentioned, he's formulated over 2,300 products for about 600 different companies. And one of the things that frustrated him always was that the companies that he worked for were always willing to compromise the integrity of the ingredients because of price. I mean, basically, he would come to him with his formulas, and they would laugh at him because they said, "John, this is just way too expensive." So when he started Isagenix, it was really his vision to produce no compromise products that would produce real results for real people. And he called my parents up, Jim and Kathy. Who do you think I look more like? I'm hearing lots of Kathys. That was the answer I was going for. Thank you. I'll take Jim. But 50-50. As Lisa mentioned, my mom has a lot of network marketing experience. She rose to the top of 3 separate direct selling companies. And my dad actually ran the corporate side of a lot of companies, of network marketing companies. So he has about 40 years experience in the industry. And so really the marriage between the 3, John with his product knowledge, my dad with his corporate experience, and then my mom with her network marketing field experience, really building a team, it really gelled really well. And they really knew if they could do it right. All 3 of them came out of retirement, before Isagenix. And they came out of retirement really to make a difference. Their vision statement was to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. How many would agree that we're on our way to doing that? Yeah. Absolutely. So we just hit the $1.6 billion cumulative sales mark. 2011 we did $276 million, which was up $20 million from 2010. And this year in 2012, right now, we're up 30%. 30% of the $276 million company. So right now we're choosing not to participate in the current recession that's going on. It is a choice. So as Lisa mentioned, we are an international company. We're open up in Hong Kong, Taiwan. This is our home office in Chandler, Arizona. We moved into that building in 2004 with 11 employees. It's a 65,000 square foot facility. And now we have close to 300 working in that building. So it's from the very beginning they saw the vision. Anybody know anybody in Mexico? All right. This is what we call our Casa de Isagenix down in Mexico. So it's an amazing facility. It is great. It is. It's a casa. It is. So we are in the news. We've been featured on ABC News, Fox News. We've been featured in Popular Science magazine for our recent development of a product called Product B, which I'll get into in a second. Elle magazine. Any ladies read Elle? We were featured in Elle magazine a couple months ago. Oxygen magazine, the cover girl Lori Harder there, she is actually building a multiple 6-figure business in Isagenix, and she credits winning some of her Miss Figure Universe titles to Isagenix, so it's huge. And also we've been featured in Prosper magazine as well. So anybody else watch MTV Cribs? Anybody see that? We have also been featured in MTV Cribs. Roy Williams from the Cincinnati Bengals opened up his fridge, and it was just all Isagenix, Cleanse for Life, and Ionic Supreme. It was pretty cool. So, getting into it, how many would agree that we have a health crisis going on? Yes. Shout out some of the things you're seeing in everyday society. Health crisis. Obesity, that's a big one. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, Alzheimer's, autoimmune diseases. I mean, we could go on and on and on about the health crisis going on right now. And the scary thing is that we continue to pour billions and billions and billions of dollars into the healthcare industry, and we continue to get more and more and more and more sick. Back in the 1950s, about 1 in 12 people would ever develop cancer. Now, if you look to your right and you look to your left, chances are that one of those people will develop cancer. 1 in 2 people today are getting cancer. Is that okay? No. Rise in autoimmune diseases. 1.3 million women will be diagnosed with breast cancer every single year. So we obviously have a health crisis. Obesity is a massive thing. We heard it. And it's no wonder, because we have fast food restaurants on every single corner of every single street. Do you think obesity is a problem here in New York City? I travel a lot, and literally, when you travel through the airports, you can smell the grease and the fat and everybody just injecting into their bodies. I mean, it is honestly disgusting. And so 2/3 of Americans are overweight. Any of these foods look familiar to anybody? A couple people got the Pringles, got the sugary cereals.
It's like my nephew's cabinet.
Your nephew's cabinet. Pizza Hut, Wendy's, Captain Crunch. Now, McDonald's and many of these fast food places are all over the place. They're all over the world. I mean, in New Zealand, the first thing you see when you get off the airport, and I view New Zealand as one of the healthiest places on earth, first thing you see when you walk out of the terminal there is the big golden arches. So it's unbelievable. But McDonald's has recently opened up in Africa. Yeah, right. Now, that is obviously not a real giraffe. That giraffe is photoshopped. If you were to feed McDonald's to a giraffe, it would probably look like that. But this next photo is not photoshopped. Just kind of let that sink in for a second. I mean, childhood obesity is a massive problem globally. And in my opinion, this is child abuse. These poor kids, we inherit our genes from our parents, right? What else do we inherit? Our habits. Especially our eating habits. So these poor kids, they don't know any better. They're just doing what their parents are telling them to do. And, this is just being programmed into their brain. So the longer they go about doing this stuff, the harder and harder it is to break that programming. If you talk to my mom about this, you can literally see the veins in her neck start to bulge out because she gets so passionate about it. It is disgusting. Now, how many would agree that our environment is extremely toxic? The water that we drink, they're finding Prozac, they're finding arsenic, rocket fuel. Somebody once told me that they're even finding Viagra in our water. I see a couple of faces actually getting excited about that.
Everybody's over 50, yeah.
Now, who took a shower today? Okay, this is where I hope all the hands go up. What's the largest organ in your body? The skin. And so as you take that nice, hot, steamy shower every single morning, all that Prozac and arsenic and rocket fuel is going into the largest organ in your body. You ever wonder why you get out of the shower and you feel nice and relaxed? Because you're breathing all that chlorine, those chemicals, those fumes. That's why we're really relaxed. Is that scary? So our water is extremely polluted. Our air. Do you think we have a little bit of pollution in New York City? You can literally sometimes when you walk down the street taste the pollutants on your tongue. Cosmetics. Any women wear makeup. It goes back to putting chemicals on the largest organ in your body. Goes straight into your bloodstream. Am I scaring anybody yet? Our food.
They're already scared. Don't worry about it.
Our food, probably the most toxic. Today on our food, they are spraying pesticides, herbicides, larvicides, fungicides, and insecticides. Side. Does anybody know what side means in Latin? Death. They're spraying death on our food. And that death kills all the bacteria in the food. What else does it kill? Minerals, the nutrients in the food. So basically our soil today, because of all that side they're spraying on it, is minerally deficient, nutritionally bankrupt. So we just can't get what we need from our food today, or the nutrients we need our bodies to perform from our food today. So this is obviously a big problem. So now I'm just going to go a little bit into the Isagenix systems, but before I do that, we are not a drug company. So we can't claim that we diagnose, cure, prevent any disease at all. But we do know that when we feed the body what it needs, the body then becomes a miracle. Is that right? Okay. So here is the Isagenix system. Everybody just go, So these are just our 5 pillars of health. We have lots of products in Isagenix, but these are the 5 that I believe everybody should be on for life. And this is a lifestyle. This is not a diet. It's just like going to the gym. If you were to go to the gym for 30 days in a row, you're going to get a lot more fit, a lot more healthy. But if you stop going to the gym, you're just going to go back to your old ways. It doesn't mean you're going to be fit for life. Same thing with nutrition. If you go on the Isagenix system for 30 days, you're going to get some great results. If you go off it, you're just going to go back to how you were. So this is a total nutritional lifestyle. So our Cleanse for Life on the bottom there, this is a full body nutritional cleanse. Now, how many of you, when you first heard the word cleanse, you get the big X's going up? Like, I don't want to do a cleanse, right? Because you think it's going to be the poopy cleanse, right? You think you're going to be running down the hall, going to the bathroom, sitting on the can. That's what you thought it was, 24/7.
You know why? Sometimes you
Yeah. This is not the poopy cleanse. This is a full body nutritional cellular cleanse. It cleanses the blood, it cleanses your organs, it cleanses your liver, it cleanses the whole body. It's a mild cleanse. How many of you actually now enjoy cleanse days? And I'm not paying you guys to raise your hands. And this is like a big deal. How many of you actually experience more energy on a cleanse day? It's massive. Because the reason why we get so sluggish is because we continue to stuff our faces with all this fatty food, and our body has to digest all that food. And so that takes a lot of energy. So when you give your body a break, your energy levels truly skyrocket. So it's really designed to remove a lot of the impurities from your body that we're exposed to from all the toxins. So that's our Cleanse for Life. Now we have our Isagenix shake over there on the left. How many of you started with a shake for breakfast this morning? All right. So in my opinion, the shake, this is truly the best food on the planet. And that's truly what it is. It's food. It's got all the essential fats, low glycemic carbohydrates, sugar. Your body needs sugar. It's got 23 grams of undenatured whey protein that comes from New Zealand. So the cattle that we get our whey protein from is not injected with any steroids, antibiotics, or growth hormones. And so this is truly the best protein that you can be putting in your body. It's actually got live digestive enzymes in the shake, so you can actually absorb what you're putting in your body. A lot of the stuff out there has 50 grams of protein, but you can't absorb 50 grams of protein, and it's got no enzymes. Now, what are some side effects of most shakes, protein shakes out on the market? Bloating, gas, bad taste. Anybody ever have to do the plug and chug? Chalky taste? Yeah, absolutely. Bad breath. How many of you make some noise if you love the taste of the shake? It's like a dessert. It really is. Like a frosty. It tastes so good. So that's our amazing shake. And it's really, how many of you don't crave food after having the shake? It really satisfies you? Because when you're putting the right stuff in your body, it shuts off all craving signals. When you're filling your body with empty nutrition, that's why our brain keeps telling our body we need to keep eating. So that's our shake. And again, we get our whey protein from Happy Cows in New Zealand. And how many of you have ever started your breakfast or your day with a breakfast like that? Good old American breakfast. Nice eggs, greasy bacon, sausage, hash browns, sugary orange juice. 962 calories, 62 grams of fat, 27 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, 2,200 milligrams of sodium, starting most Americans' days. As opposed to our shake, 240 calories, 6 grams of fat, 23 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, 190 milligrams of sodium. Big difference. That is the good old American breakfast on the left is maximum calories and minimal nutrition. The shake, maximum nutrition and minimal calories. Make sense? Okay. So now, going back to the pillars of health, we have our Isagenix Supreme. Now this, how many feel this is like rocket fuel for the body? Isagenix Supreme is filled with unbelievable minerals. Really the key ingredient in Isagenix are called adaptogens, adaptogenic herbs. And basically what adaptogens do is they help you basically adapt to the situation that you're in your life. So if you're, just waking up in the morning, you take an ounce of Isagenix Supreme, your energy levels will lift because the adaptogens are actually recognizing that you're getting up. But if you take this like 1 minute before your head hits the pillow, you will sleep like a baby. I mean, it is unbelievable. 1 minute, not 30 minutes before you hit the pillow, not when you're reading and you're taking it, because your brain, the adaptogens still think you're up, so it'll keep you up at night. But if you literally just take it 1 minute before your head hits the pillow, you will sleep better. How many sleep better because of this?
Oh yeah.
It's big. It's huge. Now, it also has an ingredient called shilajit in it. Everybody say that. Shilajit. And shilajit comes from fulvic acid, which is actually a natural aphrodisiac. Everybody go, woo. So that has some side benefits in its own. So that's Isagenix Supreme. Now, our fourth and fifth pillars are our Ageless Essentials with Product B. And these are basically our multivitamins that come in convenient AM and PM packages. Anybody out there ever spend 15 minutes sorting their pills every single morning? It's a pain in the butt, right? The AM PM packs, you just rip them open, take them in the morning, night. It's got fish oil in there and essentials for men and women. They're gender specific. But we also have a product called Product B in there. How many of you love Product B? So like 6 of you love Product B? Come on, how many of you love Product B? So Product B is truly, we named it Product B because it's Product Billion. We truly feel like it will be a $1 billion product. And really what Product B is designed for is, anybody familiar with the term telomeres? Telomeres are actually the strands of DNA on the ends of our chromosomes that actually shorten as we age. They shorten as we age. It's just a natural process in the body. And so, when our telomeres get really short, people start to die off. It's just a natural thing that happens. So if we can support people's telomeres, and that's really what our whole system is designed to do, but Product B is kind of the icing on the cake. And we've been featured, again, in Popular Science, Elle magazine, for this groundbreaking research and technology. We partnered with a guy named Dr. Bill Anders, who is an expert in telomeres and telomerase, working with John Anderson on formulating this product. So it's been truly a scientific breakthrough. What's some side benefits you've experienced from Product B? More energy. Your skin feels, okay. For me, I travel all the way, all around the world, and literally, I do not get jet lag anymore. My jet lag is gone. And I used to really struggle going from coast to coast. So that's the biggest thing I've noticed. Now, we have a bunch of other products in Isagenix. And what are some of your favorite other products? Isodelites. How many of you love Isodelites? Yes. Okay, you guys just handed them out. What else?
Need more energy.
Want more energy? Love it. How many of you love the bars? Oh, the bars. Fiber snacks.
Lemon bars.
Lemon bars, you like the lemon bars. Isa fruits and Isa greens. That stuff is the best. We also have a new product called Isagenix Pro. Isagenix Pro it's another shake that we have. It's actually got 35 grams of undenatured whey protein. So if you're looking to put on lean muscle, go for the Isagenix Pro. We are a solution-based company, so we have solutions for weight loss, solutions for energy and performance, and muscle development, and also solutions for healthy aging. How many of you would like to age youthfully? That'd be a good thing, huh? So lots and lots of amazing products. Over 50 products. Some of the before and after pictures. Jill Berth, she's actually our Isa Body Grand Champion. On the left there, she lost 131 pounds. Anthony Stefos lost 145 pounds. So, if you have weight to lose, it will come off. That's another side benefit in Isagenix. Athletes taking our products. Lori Harder, that was the oxygen cover model. On the left there, Paul Anthony and Dr. Michael Colgan, who's a world-renowned research scientist, has trained Olympic athletes, professional athletes all over the world, and he has joined Isagenix. So would anybody want to share 20, 30-second testimonial about what Isagenix has done for him? Yeah, over here. Come on up. Let's give her a hand. Say your name, where you're from.
I'm Janet Cook, also known as NYC Healthy Chick. 5 years ago, my trusted chiropractor said I'd gotten a little fat after I'd been on a starvation diet from multiple hospitalizations. I did not like hearing that. Anyway, I had an 11-pound hemangioma, which is called a vascular tumor removed from my liver, which I learned learned through the process. It was turning my cells over at a rapid rate, and that it was depleting my body of nutrition. So after 4 days of putting the products in my body, I had more energy. I wasn't lying in bed with the covers over my head wondering what I was going to do for the day, and people said I started to glow. So while I don't really focus on weight loss now, 5 years later, I'm happy to say I'm not a binge eater. I don't binge drink on adult beverages, and my blue days are far and few between. And I have a good story. I'm in a new relationship that I like to think Isagenix helped me manifest. We were out on the street and ran into one of his tenants who said, "Oh, Gene, is this your daughter?" And he's only 5 years older, so I think I might have a new product juicer.
Give it up for Janet. Anybody else want to share 30 seconds? Yeah, come on up. Say your name, where you're from.
Hi, my name is Christine. I'm from Ridge, Long Island. I guess around almost 5 months ago, I went to a nutritionist. I wasn't feeling well at all. I had no energy. I'll be 56 years old in a few weeks. My body was all changing. Ladies, you know what happens with that. And I had an extensive blood test done. My cholesterol was way high. It was 247. My good cholesterol was low. My bad cholesterol was high. I was diagnosed with the beginning stages of lupus and heart disease. And I was on this really big starvation diet. I took HCG for 1 round. I lost 17 pounds, but I was starving myself. I couldn't walk for like 20 minutes because I was so tired, and I did like to exercise at one time in my younger days. I just couldn't do that. When my daughter, Janine, who is now a Crystal executive, told me, "Ma, forget what you're doing. You gotta try Isagenix." I said, come on, Janine, my body's different. I'm older now. I can't lose weight. She said, "Ma, do it." I lost 37 pounds on Isagenix. My cholesterol went from 247 to 181. My numbers also, I was pre-diabetic. My numbers in diabetes are right in the center of where it should be, which is really rampant in my family. heart disease went down, the lupus numbers were perfect, and I feel amazing. I work out, I now have a personal trainer, and I just feel amazing. And I thank my daughter, Janine Cazzetti, and our sharing the products now. I make over $1,000 a month. I'm getting to that next level, and I'm just excited. I'm just sharing when people see my picture on Facebook, and people are posting before and after pictures of me, and what are you doing? I said, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I said, and you need to do that. And that's exactly what I do, because when women meet other women that lose weight, the first thing they said was, wow, you lost weight? Well, yeah. How did you do it? And I told them, well, let me tell you what I did do at one time. And you can do all the Weight Watchers and everything else. You name it, I did it. I had every belly fat buster book in my library. And I got rid of all of that. And I said, and Isagenix was the only thing that actually worked for me in my stage of life. And believe me, ladies, in my stage of life, that's a miracle.
Now, just as a little disclaimer, we're not a drug company, so we can't make medical claims. So again, we can't diagnose, cure, prevent any disease. But again, the body does become the miracle. And obviously, 37 pounds, is that awesome? Yeah. The weight loss is unbelievable. Now, okay, where's Natalie at?
Get up, Natalie.
Oh. Let's hear it for Natalie.
My name is Natalie. I live in Staten Island, New York. I just got the text message from Danielle. Go up there and tell your story.
I got two.
So, I work full time. I met Danielle on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange 15 years ago. She tried to get me involved in a different new network marketing industry. Wanted no part of it at all. So in October, she reached out to me, and I was always athletic and in great shape, and I ended up going on steroids for 9 months, and I packed it on. Put on weight, my rolls had rolls, I was feeling disgusting. And along with that, my whole entire life I've had stomach issues and going for colonoscopies, endoscopies since I'm 12. And nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. So Danielle was in the city for her husband, who has been getting treatments, and she said, please just talk to me for a couple of minutes. So before I went down to meet with her, I said, to the girl I work with, she's going to try to get me involved in some other crazy scheme, and all I'm going to do is say no to her. So I go downstairs, 25 minutes later, I come up, I'm like, I signed up for this thing, I'm going to lose weight, and that's it. A week later, I was down 10.6 pounds. My brother owns a spin studio in Staten Island, and somebody noticed. And I was like, how does somebody notice 10 pounds when I need to lose so much? It's like throwing a deck chair off of the Intrepid. Like, really? So, anyway, this girl told me after she's like, I want to get involved. So, little by little, just by word of mouth, I was just telling people, using my Facebook. 47 pounds later. It's possible, by the way. I work full time. I do tons of charity work. I run the spin studio. You can find the time. There's no shortage of people who want to get healthy, who want more energy, who just want to feel better about themselves. And I still have a little more to go, but I feel great, and thankfully I listened to her. And I wish, the only negative I have is that I wish somebody found me 10 years ago, because my gastro doctor called me and he's like, where are you? What happened? No more acid reflux, no more hyaluronic, no more bleeding ulcers, nothing. And to be really personal, I'm regular. A person and a half away from being an executive. And hopefully, by this time next year, I don't have to contend with this crazy commuting, and I can just be sitting home and relaxing and helping everybody else get healthy. So tell everybody.
How many of you would like to have a story like that? Yeah. Doing great? All right. So how many of you know walking, talking billboards?
Yeah.
Yes. You think Natalie's a walking, talking billboard? So, I mean, one of the big things in Isagenix is the income opportunity. I mean, it's massive. And obviously, if you lose, 46 pounds, 37 pounds, people are going to start coming up to you and asking you what you're doing, right? You'll be looking, feeling different. So, how many would agree that there's a health or a financial crisis going on right now? Anything? What's some of the stuff that you're seeing right here in the States, in New York City? What's going on? Bankruptcy? Layoffs. Foreclosures. Retired people having to go back to work.
The headline in New Jersey last week said 36,000 New Jersey lose their long-term unemployment in July.
36,000 people in New Jersey will lose their long-time unemployment in July. Wow. So there's a massive financial crisis right now. And I mean, for my generation, I mean, I've got friends that I went to school with for 4.5 years that have great degrees, and I graduated 3 years ago, and they still don't have jobs. I mean, the job market is just, it's so scarce right now, and it's truly scary. And I've got people that, went to college for 4.5 years, they got a job, and but it's paying them $30,000 a year. I mean, it's literally, they can barely survive on that. And so, when you think of the word wealth, what comes to your mind? What is wealth? Travel, okay? Time freedom? Yes. Absolutely. What else? Health? Health, yeah.
Playing golf with you today, Chelsea Piers.
Playing golf with me, absolutely. Chelsea Piers. Freedom. Golf. Love that. Peaceful sleep. So, does anybody know who this guy is? Can you see him in the back? Robert Kiyosaki, author of Business of the 21st Century, also author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. Anybody read that book? Amazing, amazing book. But he wrote a book called The Business of the 21st Century, talking about how network marketing truly is the business of the 21st century. He defines wealth as the number of days that you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. If that makes sense? So if you have $12,000 in the bank and your expenses are $4,000 every single month, basically you have 3 months or 90 days of wealth. So I always ask the question, how much wealth, just begin thinking, do you have? Is it 3 months? Is it 3 years? I've heard somebody say 2 hours. So, but it's, so we need to start thinking, especially in this economy, thinking about secondary streams of income. And so if your checks were cut tomorrow, how long could you survive? And Kiyosaki talks about we all need to have a residual income or a passive income that meets or exceeds our monthly expenses. So if our paychecks were cut, we could still survive on a residual income. So, network marketing. Now, how many of you have heard the term pyramid scheme? Or just another one of those MLMs? The reality is that, there's a lot of good network marketing companies out there. There's a lot more bad ones. Just like restaurants. There's a lot of good restaurants, there's a lot of bad restaurants. And usually, you've got somebody up here, that in the bad network marketing companies that just makes a ton of empty promises, and people put their reputation on the line, and then the company gets greedy. And we've always had the motto, if it's not right for the associate, it's not right for the company. And that's truly what drives Isagenix. I mean, we are solid. We've been around for 10 years. We're the 52nd network marketing company ever to make it to 10 years. Is that exciting? So something you may not know about network marketing, worldwide industry of over $125 billion, with a B, $billion. Fastest growing segment of our global economy. The last stat, 82% of women who make more than $100,000 a year do it through network marketing. Do you get excited, women, about that? Is that awesome? 8 out of 10 women make over $100,000 through network marketing. Some of the attractive things, no employees, you don't have to hire or fire anybody. You know, low overhead. Your overhead in Isagenix, you eat your overhead. Your overhead is your food. No special degrees. You don't have to have a college degree to start this business. Unlimited income potential. In my mind, I feel like corporate America is the pyramid scheme. Yeah, that's right. Corporate America is truly the pyramid scheme. I mean, you got your CEO at the top right, and you've got your, vice presidents, directors. Can, customer service ever make more than the CEO? This is a good little image of corporate America right here. Got the guy at the top, some of the executives, and then you got the departments, and then you got the rest, just covered in crap. So, who knows who Donald Trump is? Donald Trump was actually on the late night show, one of the late night shows a couple months ago, maybe it was a year ago. He said, and the guy asked him, if you were to do it all over again, what would you do? If you were to start all over. And without hesitating, he said, I'd get into network marketing. And literally the whole audience was like, boo. And then without flinching again, he said, that's why you're sitting in the audience and I'm sitting right up here. Does that get anybody fired up? Yeah. So, is it okay if I just go into the how you make money? How many of you would like to make an extra $500,000, $10,000, $100,000 a month? Does that interest anybody? Okay. And again, this is network marketing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not something where you're going to get in, do very little work, and get paid tons and tons of income. I can tell you that Lisa, Joy, the whole team, Drew Berman, they work extremely hard to get, to make the income that they make. So this is not net sit on your butt marketing. This is network marketing. So it requires effort. So what you put into it is what you get out of it. Now, if you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. And is that a beautiful thing? I mean, if you want to make an extra $200, $500 a month, that could drastically change a lot of families in North America. They say that an extra $300 to $500 every single month would save most marriages in the United States. Is that powerful? Yes. So, just a disclaimer, again, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So in order to get paid in Isagenix, every product basically just has a point value attached to it. So the shake has a point value attached to it, cleanse has a point value attached to it, they all have a point value attached to it. In order to become what's called an active associate in Isagenix, you need to be ordering at least 100 points per month. Okay? And you're given 2 sales teams, a right sales team and a left sales team. In order to become what's called a consultant and get paid on your team, you need to personally sponsor or share Isagenix with one person on your right sales team and one person on your left sales team that also order 100 points per month. Is that simple? Okay. As soon as you do that, you get an Isagenix debit card in the mail. This person is Maya Mula. And so, how many of you actually own a debit card? Raise your hands. I just want everybody to look around and see how many people are actually getting paid in Isagenix. So, what happens is, so here's me at the top ordering, at least 100 points. Most people order much more than 100 points. But let's say I personally sponsor this person on the left, this person on the right. This person orders 300 points. This person orders 300 points. got some people ordering over here. As soon as you accumulate 300 business volume on one side and 600 business volume on the other side, you earn what's called a cycle. And a cycle equals $54. Now, when I first saw that, that did not impress me that much. I was like, $54 for all that volume? But I want to show you how powerful this can be. So let's say I go out and I personally sponsor, I get excited, I put on some muscle, I personally sponsor Lisa DeMeo. How many of you would like to have Lisa DeMeo on one of your sides? Okay, so Lisa, stand up. Lisa, stand up. What's that? Michelle. As I sponsor Michelle on my other side. So Michelle stands up. So I've got my 2 people. I become a consultant on Isagenix. I have the ability to get paid. Now they get excited. They go tell 2 people. Go tell 2 people. Now those 2 people who they tell, they go tell 2 people. So everybody is going to start telling 2 people, and we're going to start standing up. Tell 2 people. We tells 2 people. Come on, New Yorkers, you need to be quicker than this. Keep standing. Everybody's going to end up standing up. Everybody's going to end up standing up. Keep finding 2 people. Okay. So, all I know, the only people I know are Lisa and I know Michelle. Because I told 2 people who told 2 people who told 2 people who told 2 people who are all ordering product. How many of you would like to get paid on all of these orders every single month? Would that be a powerful thing? Okay, everybody can sit down. All right. So you can see, though, that volume starts accumulating and you start cycling, fairly quickly once you get a team built. You think Lisa's getting paid off of 8,000 people reordering every single month? You think she's making some moolah? Yeah. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Drew, how many people have you sponsored in Isagenix?
324.
Drew has personally sponsored 324 people in Isagenix. Okay, now, and you've been in for how long?
6 years.
6 years. So over 6 years, he's personally brought in 324 people. How many people are on your team currently?
15,360.
15,360. So, is that powerful? Because those 300 and something went out and told 15,000 people. That's the power of network marketing, the power of team building and leverage. It's huge. So, does everybody know 2 people that could, lose a couple pounds, have increased energy, put on lean muscle, age youthfully? Go like this. Okay. So we have 65 millionaires in Isagenix. These are people who have, since they've been involved in Isagenix, have made over $1 million in their Isagenix business. The guy at the top left there is named Jimmy. We call him Jimmy the Butcher Smith because he was a butcher for 40 years. He got into Isagenix when he was 74 years old. He's 84 years old right now. He's made over $14 million in Isagenix. He's our #1 income earner. Now, these people are making extreme incomes, and all this money just equates to more and more lives being changed with Isagenix. And, these stories are powerful, but the stories I think are honestly more powerful are the people that are earning an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month. How many could use an extra $500 a month? Would that make their life a little easier? I mean, that's a car payment, you pay off some people's mortgage. I mean, this is big, big stuff. And you don't have to quit your job to do this. You can do this as a hobby alongside your job. That's the beautiful thing. How many of you are actually doing that right now? Doing Isagenix, as a part-time thing alongside with what you're already doing. Great. So, this is a powerful statistic. Of the 250 income earners in Isagenix, a lot of people think that, in network marketing, you have to get in at the very start to make any money. Out of the 250 income earners in the company, 26% joined at the very beginning in 2002, 2003, 28% joined in 04 and 05, 25% joined in 06, 07, 21% have joined in 08 to 11. And that's a little dated stat. This slide's about 6 months old. I bet that number's jumped up higher now in the recent developments in Isagenix. So, do you think that's powerful? How many would agree that the time is now to get started with Isagenix? All right. So, when you're hanging your ladder on the right company, I mean, you have to be confident that the building's not going to fall over. And so we have a proven track record. We've got the management team, guiding the company based around integrity, contribution. If it's not right for the associates, it's not right for the company. We've got products that are visual and emotional. We've got a compensation plan that pays to unlimited depth. People earning a lot of money quickly in Isagenix that have put a lot of effort into it. And we've got a culture that holds everything together that truly is my favorite thing about Isagenix. Our people know how to have a lot of fun. How many of you have fun at an Isagenix event? Okay, so if you were in the top 100 income earners in Isagenix, would you just please stand up so we can acknowledge you? Is that awesome? Right here in this room. So, does this look familiar to anybody? The guy on the old hamster wheel? The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, as Lisa was talking about at the beginning, and expecting a different result. So we have multiple options in Isagenix, but this, by far, is the best way to get started. How many of you came in with the President's Pack? Raise your hand. The President's Pack is by far the best way to get started. Gives you a whole 30-day supply of product. Gives you, the shakes, all the 5 pillars. Gives you the Icy Delights, which we handed out earlier. We throw in a free blender in there. You get a free membership fee when you join with the President's Pack. And you also get some sample packs as well to share with your friends. So we have the President's Pack. We also have a Getting Started Pack, a 30-day system at a $268 price point. Again, I believe that the President's Pack is the best, and many of the people coming in to Isagenix, that is the pack that they're leading with, because it truly does give the best benefits. So, I just want to really thank you guys for coming tonight. I know we had some chaos at the beginning, but only in New York City, right? But thank you so much for coming. I'm going to hand it back over to Lisa, and if you have any questions at all, I'm going to be staying here. So just come up to me and we'll chat. So thank you.
Okay guys, here's how you get started. So I saw the presentation, actually Eric's mom showed me the presentation in Phoenix in the office, and I think, okay, what do I do? And she said, sign on. And I got the President's Pack because it's like going to Costco. You want to get all your stuff up front. So how many of you go to Costco, you spend a lot of money, it feels like, but then it lasts for 6 months. So when you buy your stuff up front, you can't cheat, you can't mess up. You're sticking to the program. You have all the snacks, you have the blender, you have everything that you want to need. You have the sample packs to give out. We can show you in your first, second, third, or fourth week how to have this pack paid for before your credit card statement comes in. So if you sign on tonight with the President's Pack, you want to ask the person that brought you here, how do I get my stuff paid for every single month? And what you're going to do is share, just like Janine's mom, share it with 2 people. 2 people. If you were going to join a gym and you'd want a running mate, who are 2 people that you'd want to go with right now? If you do that, we can show you today how you can earn $370. You almost paid for it. You help those 2 people do the same, you've made $570 in your first or second week. So what you want to do is get with the person who brought you here, say, what does she mean? How do I get started? What's the best pack for me? And jump in. Because you don't know what you're missing until you're in it. Nothing's changing unless you make the change. So how much money do you want to make? You heard people 500, 1,000. I can tell you I'm making more than I was. I told you what I was making before in my previous company. I'm making more money now in Isagenix. So is my team. So there are so many people that I have brought in emails and text messages, voicemails, saying you have no idea. what this has done for me and my family. Teams, husbands, wives, mothers, my brother, my husband, my family, everybody's in the business with me. People who work full-time jobs and then some saying, I now have a plan B, I have a way out. So that's what we're offering you tonight. And here's what I'm going to say. What's going to change for you if you say no? What's going to be different for you tomorrow? So I want to thank you all. I am so sorry for all that happened, the confusion, the light, the moving, the chairs, and you guys were amazing. Last time we had a blizzard, we had the air conditioning on. That's how hot the room was. So I just appreciate Eric, I appreciate all of you. We're going to take a couple of minutes, just get with the person that brought you here. We have the room until what, Monica, 9:30? 10 o'clock. So if you want to hang around, we'll stick around. If you're in Isagenix and you're available to answer questions, will you please put up your hand? So any guests that have questions about products, we do have a doctor in the room. Nicole, I wish we had shown the Are You Toxic video. Has anybody seen the Are You Toxic video? Dr. Nicole's right here.
They can all watch it at home.
They are going to all watch it at home. They're all going to watch the video at home. So, just please, what you want to do to get started is you want to fill out or either register online or fill out the form that the person who brought you here will give to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming.